Hi everyone, today I'll rank all the Trainz DLC I own. I want to review every Trainz item I got for a while. But before we get into it, there are some rules. 1. This will only be on the Trainz DLC I brought on the Trainz store, so content from the download station or Steam will not be included. 2. This is going to be constructive criticism, so my criticism may be harsh. 3. Kickstarter currently doesn't count since it's already included in the base game install. And of course, these are all my opinions. So if you agree or disagree with them, well, that's fine. This is just constructive. So let's get into it. While I don't think there are any worse Trainz DLC, the weakest Trainz DLC I could find was the paltriest loop line. Not because it's the worst route, but because, well, the route's pretty small. I don't think this route is worth $40 for a route this small, and it has 35 sessions that not everyone can play. It doesn't need this many sessions, to be honest, but the rolling stock and locomotives are worth getting, so route 5.9 out of 10, sessions 3.9 out of 10, locomotives and rolling stock 8.5 out of 10. Overall rating 6.1. It's not as bad as that LMS Good Sneak Pack where you have to get a gold membership just to get this. Now we get into the not bad DLC. The first one is probably a hot take, but I think East Coast Mainline King's Cross to Edinburgh 1986 is alright. I do like this one and what I was going for. It's not perfect, and the locomotives, some of them you can find on the download station. But if you want to drive from England to Scotland on the East Coast Mainline, well, this is for you. The route is $19.99, which is insane considering that the price is a little cheaper than the Trainz routes I own anyway. But the sessions are kind of lacking. There are only a few sessions, and some sessions you have to buy on the Trainz store. And while I do like the locomotives, if you already own East Coast Mainline Edinburgh to Dundee, it's a waste of money unless if you want to drive from England to Scotland, and if it's on discount. So, route 8.9 out of 10, session 4.9 out of 10, locomotive 6 out of 10, overall rating 6.6 out of 10. If you already own Edinburgh to Dundee, you probably won't need this in my opinion, but you'll like to recreate the race to the north. Next up is the Pilot Woo DLCs item. BR Grouping Flat Wagon Pack 1, BR Low Max Flat Wagon Pack 2, LSWR 10T Brake Fans, RC H Class Tankers, A Class B Tankers, and I have nothing against them of course, but the DLC was not working for me. For example, one of his assets, it said error, property browser refresh not handled for weathering. Is the worst part of this DLC, no offense again. Now I don't know if this is occurring to me or others, but I tried to fix it with a browser refresh and it didn't work. Someone in the comments, if you can help me, I would love it. I would place this in the best DLC. If you don't care about weathering, you probably won't care, but if you do, then I feel bad for you. So, rolling stock 6.9 out of 10. That's the overall rating, 6.9 out of 10. It would have been higher if it wasn't for the errors. The reasons I purchased his DLC are that you can't find them on the download station, and his assets have a ton of load, so I think it's worth it, just not the weathering. So the Trainz Deluxe Route Bundle 4-pack is split for the OK DLC and the Great DLC, and I haven't played Trainz Route War with Tawal and Gara. Let me know if you want me to play it. So, we will only cover the 3 routes I own. The first one is Trainz Route by Traction Road. It serves its purpose well as a layout, but it won't keep you busy. Still, it's a fun mall railway layout, 6.0 out of 10. Second was the Cornish Mainline and Branches, the Tane version. It's literally the same route if you own Trainz 2019, but if you don't, then you'll want this route. By the way, it's free on the Trainz store for some reason. 5.9 out of 10, just because it's free. Liskeard to Louis is basically just comes with Trainz 2022 Platinum Edition, and it has full rolling stock / locomotives, but the journey's fun at least. Overall 6.5 out of 10. Western Branch Line. The route is small, but my god, it contains a lot of locomotives and rolling stock. and contains so many freight cars, but you get some locomotives, which is alright. It's a fantastic route if you want to do some heavy industrial switching, which explains why it's tightly packed with freight cars. Overall, 6.9 out of 10. Interconnection Railroad is another model railroad, which is alright. There's not much to say. 6.1 out of 10. Seasonal Town Northern Railroad, a route that is not based on any specific state, but is situated somewhere in the east or midwest of the USA. I think it's good. It's not great, but it's fun. You could travel the Midwest, and I just wish it were larger. Overall, 6.0 out of 10. Next up is Cole County. It's pretty small and something to play from time to time. If you love Eastern American railroads, you might like this. It's good. That's it. 6.5 out of 10. Now we are talking. The first one is the Salwood Carlisle. This is the second best British route I own. The reason is that you get a ton of locomotives and rolling stuff. It is relaxing to travel, and it is really fun seeing trains in the background. The only negatives argued are, why is the route split into 5 routes in different sections? Shouldn't there only be a single route for the entire line? There are places where we see assets that need fixing, and the route can be outdated. Plus, the sections do not need to be exclusive to sections on the route. So, route 7.9 out of 10, sessions 6.8 out of 10, locomotives and rolling stock 7.9 out of 10. Overall rating 7.26 out of 10. If you do not like British trains, this route might not be for you. If you do, then good for you. I just wish there were more tender variations besides the light crest. I would love to see an early crest tender as well as a British Railways text on the tender. Next up is the Lone Pine Branch and Mojave subdivision. I put these two together because both have the same location in the desert. The Lone Pine Branch is awesome for any Western American train user like me. It contains a ton of locomotives, and while not as many as in the Midwest, it still has a good selection. While this lags on my PC, I don't have a good one, and it's kind of like the post-apocalypse, just an observation. Route 6.5 out of 10, Session 6.9 out of 10, locomotives and rolling stock 8.9 out of 10. Overall rating 7.43 out of 10. Now for Mojave subdivision. It's pretty great. It's not flawless, mind you. There are problems like the road crossings aren't even working even when the train is there, and when crossings that bring the score down, sadly. But that's the only negative of this route. Everything else is good. You get fewer but more interesting locomotives from the ATSF and SP, and a good selection of rolling stock. Route 6.0 out of 10, Session 6.9 out of 10, locomotives and rolling stock 8.9 out of 10. Overall rating is 7.45 out of 10, slight extra point. The Ari Dexel route is great if your favorite road is the Malaki Road Railroad. It may be not my favorite American road, but I think the scenery is wonderful. You get to be high in the mountains and capture cool videos / shows. The low stock alright. This is the best route of the 4-pack. Route 7.0 out of 10. Session 6.5 out of 10. Locomotive stock rolling stock 8.9 out of 10. Overall rating 7.47 out of 10. Next up is the West Denver route. It's great, you get to travel across Colorado. Now, it was lagging, but that's on me, not on the route. And there are many UP and Amtrak locomotives and rolling stock. I just wish there was an Amtrak baggage car. Route 6.9 out of 10. Session 7.0 out of 10. Locomotive / rolling stock 7.9 out of 10. Overall 7.27 out of 10. These are my favorites, starting with the LMS Coronation and the LMS Duchess. The LMS is my favorite British railway company, and I love to recreate the Coronation Scott, and I feel sad these weren't preserved. LMS Coronation 9.5 out of 10. LMS Duchess 9.0 out of 10. And finally, the best Trainz DLC I own is the Coronation Mainline, Trainz 2019. This is the first route I installed when I got Trainz 2019, and while it's laggy, it's dense with scenery and looks beautiful. I know outdated assets are being used, but let's be honest, Trainz is not supposed to be like a PS5 game. If there is anything negative, it's that there didn't need to be many locomotives stuck on the route itself. But it's still good. 8.9 out of 10. Session 7.5 out of 10. Locomotives and slash rolls 8.9 out of 10. Overall rating 8.43 out of 10. If you love American trains and go across the American landscape pretending to be a rail fanner, the American routes are probably for you. But if you like the breathtaking British routes along with the green countryside, then the British routes I mentioned are probably for you. I love both British and American trains. I can't decide which is better. After revisiting all the content I own, I have to say that the Lone Pine Branch is my favorite American, while the Cornish Main Line is my favorite British route. Wow. See you in the next video.